All right, so now we know enough about our scenario where we can craft a really good answer that addresses everything in Area of Operation 1, Task A. So if I were a CFI answering this scenario and I wanted to address this specific task, here's what my answer would sound like. First of all, I'm glad to hear the student is proactively seeking training. There's some clear motivating factors that are going to keep that student engaged, including the 2-week time limit, also the safety and security of their family, which hopefully was one of the reasons why they're seeking currency and proficiency. There's probably a little bit of self-esteem motivating factored in there as well, them wanting to get themselves back current on their relatively new private pilot certificate. Secondly, I've got a clear challenge of fatigue that I need to be proactive in mitigating. So one way that I see of doing that is using the WINGS program. The WINGS program, I can assign 3 ground activities that they can complete via computer. Now this is a free program and it will give them a full flight review credit. And they can do these ground courses at their leisure, either at their breaks at work or after work or in the morning. It really adds in a lot of flexibility. Then we need to do 3 flight activities. That doesn't have to be done in one flight. We can space it out over 2 to 3 days to make the impact of the fatigue less. I also want to keep an eye out for anxiety and stress or any impatience from the student of getting it done on the 2-week timeline. I want to make sure that we have clear communication throughout the process and that I incorporate them into building their own training plan because I want them to take ownership of this. This isn't just checking the box. This is safety and security for them being proficient with their family on board. When it comes to the flight training, that's where we could see defense mechanisms or potentially abnormal behavior. An example of this would be if they float the landing and blame it on the airplane. Well, that's a clear defense mechanism. Or if they get hostile towards me after I say they need another flight. If that behavior continues, that may be a sign of really abnormal behavior and maybe I need to incorporate another flight instructor in the training program. So if you go back and look at all the answers that I just gave, they check the box of every single one of the skills, as well as several of the knowledge topics and several of the risk management topics. That would be a really good, concise answer that I can give to a scenario-based question that covers everything in this task. Now, there is no right answer to this scenario. This is just my opinion on how I would address this scenario. I'd love to hear how you address this scenario, and make sure you frame your answer around the skills section of this task. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.